Trucks that have dominated America's roads for decades might soon vanish from dealership lots entirely. But why would Stellantis, the powerhouse behind Ram, make such a shocking decision? Is this the beginning of the end for one of the most iconic truck brands, or is there something even bigger brewing behind the scenes? Today we're diving deep into the explosive rumors, insider leaks, and shocking revelations that could change the face of the automotive industry forever. Buckle up, because what we're about to uncover will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about Ram. What's really happening? Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up, because the automotive industry is reeling from a shock that no one saw coming. Yes, you heard it right. Every single Ram dealership is rumored to be facing closure. Sources close to the company have hinted that Stellantis, the parent company of Ram, is set to make an official announcement soon that could change the landscape of the auto industry forever. Could this be the end of Ram as we know it, or is this just a ploy to shake up the market? Whatever the case, one thing is clear: something big is brewing, and it's leaving both fans and industry insiders in a state of disbelief. According to a leaked memo circulating among Stellantis executives, the company is planning to shut down all Ram dealerships by mid-2025, shifting entirely to a direct-to-consumer sales model. The memo suggests that this drastic move is part of a larger plan to save costs amid declining sales and rising operational expenses. But this decision has left many wondering: is Stellantis trying to reinvent the wheel, or are they simply running out of options? Keep watching, because what we're about to reveal could turn the automotive world on its head. Ram's freefall, plummeting sales, and inventory woes. Let's talk numbers. Ram, once the golden child of Stellantis truck lineup, is now facing a severe downturn. Reports from industry analysts show that Ram sales have plummeted by a jaw-dropping 60% in the first half of 2024 alone. This is no small dip, and it's a nosedive that has left even the most optimistic dealers in shock. With numbers like these, it's no wonder Stellantis is considering drastic measures. But here's where it gets even more alarming. Stellantis is reportedly sitting on a massive inventory of unsold Ram trucks. As of now, there are over 48,000 2023 models still sitting on dealer lots, unsold and gathering dust. And that's not all. There are also around 2,000 units from 2022 that haven't moved. The inventory glut is costing Stellantis millions in storage and logistics costs, leading many to question their production strategy. Industry experts have been quick to point out that this overproduction is a clear sign of mismanagement. The disconnect between what consumers want and what Stellantis is producing couldn't be more apparent. While competitors are adapting to market trends, Stellantis seems to be stuck in a rut, churning out trucks that no one seems to want. This begs the question: is Stellantis' management out of touch with the market, or is this just the beginning of a larger strategy that we're not yet privy to? Stay tuned, because the next bombshell revelation might just have the answer. Insider confessions: the real reason behind the shutdown. While Stellantis' official stance on the matter remains a tightly guarded secret, we managed to speak with a former Ram executive who provided some shocking insights. According to our source, the decision to shut down Ram dealerships is not just about cutting costs, it's about survival. In a candid interview, the former executive revealed the writing has been on the wall for years. Stellantis has been bleeding money on the Ram brand, and the dealerships are no longer profitable. The company is looking to streamline operations, and unfortunately, that means cutting out the middleman. But that's not all. The source went on to explain that Stellantis is facing pressure from shareholders to improve their bottom line, especially after a series of embarrassing recalls that have tarnished the brand's reputation. Just last month, Stellantis had to recall over 71,500 vehicles due to a defect that could lead to engine fires. This comes on the heels of a previous recall that affected nearly 1,500,000 units due to critical software glitches. The pressure is mounting, and Stellantis is running out of time to turn things around. This move to close dealerships could be their last-ditch effort to save the brand from collapse. But is it too little too late? We're about to find out, so stick with us. Betting big on electric vehicles. Now, let's pivot to another major twist in this saga: Stellantis' risky bet on electric vehicles. The company recently announced a $46 billion investment in electrification, aiming to transform their Michigan plants to produce electric models. But industry insiders are skeptical. The question on everyone's mind is whether this pivot to electric is a strategic masterstroke or a desperate gamble that could sink the company even further. Carlos Tavares, CEO of Stellantis, has has been vocal about the challenges of shifting to electric vehicles. During a recent conference, Tavares admitted, "The cost of producing electric vehicles is still significantly higher than traditional models, and achieving cost parity is a challenge we're yet to overcome." This admission has raised eyebrows across the industry, with many questioning the viability of Stellantis' electrification strategy. But the real shocker is this. Rumors are swirling that Stellantis is planning to phase out its internal combustion engine trucks entirely by the end of this decade. Yes, you heard that right. The iconic gas-guzzling Ram trucks could soon be a thing of the past. This news has sent shockwaves through the industry, especially among Ram's loyal customer base, who are known for their love of powerful, rugged vehicles. Dealers and employees left in the dark. As Stellantis gears up to close all Ram dealerships, the question that no one seems to be asking is, what happens to the thousands of employees whose livelihoods are on the line? According to insider reports, dealership owners and their staff were given little to no warning about this decision. The leaked memo that hinted at these closures blindsided dealers who have been loyal to the brand for decades. Imagine waking up one day to find out that your entire business model is about to be wiped out by a decision made in a boardroom thousands of miles away. Dealership owners are furious, and some are even considering legal action against Stellantis. A prominent dealer from Texas who asked to remain anonymous told us, "Stellantis is throwing us under the bus to save their own skin. We've invested millions in these dealerships, and now they're pulling the rug out from under us without a second thought." But it's not just the dealership owners who are feeling the heat. Thousands of employees, from sales staff to mechanics, are facing an uncertain future. The United Auto Workers Union is reportedly gearing up for a battle, with whispers of a nationwide strike if Stellantis proceeds with these closures. Union leader Shawn Fain did not mince words when he addressed the situation, stating, "If Stellantis thinks they can just shut down these dealerships and leave our members out in the cold, they've got another thing coming. We will fight this tooth and nail." The ramifications of this decision are set to be far-reaching, with ripple effects that could devastate local economies across the country. The closure of Ram dealerships means lost jobs, shuttered businesses, and a hit to communities that rely on these dealerships for economic stability. But could this drastic move be just the beginning? Rumors are swirling that Stellantis may also be planning cuts to their Jeep and Chrysler dealerships. If that happens, the fallout could be catastrophic. In the next segment, we'll dig deeper into how this decision could affect the entire Stellantis dealership network. You won't want to miss what we've uncovered. Is Stellantis preparing for a major market exit? While the focus has been on the potential closure of Ram dealerships, there's another rumor that's sending shockwaves through the industry. Could Stellantis be planning a complete exit from the North American market? Yes, you heard that correctly. Sources close to the company suggest that Stellantis is exploring the possibility of pulling out of the US entirely, shifting its focus to Europe and emerging markets where it sees greater growth potential. This potential market exit is reportedly being driven by Stellantis CEO Carlos Tavares, who has been vocal about his concerns over the profitability of the company's US operations. In a closed-door meeting with investors, Tavares reportedly expressed frustration over the high cost of operating in the American market, citing everything from union demands to stringent emissions regulations as reasons for considering a pullback. But what would a Stellantis exit mean for American consumers? It would be the end of an era for iconic brands like Ram, Jeep, and Dodge, which have been staples of American culture for decades. The thought of these beloved brands disappearing from US roads has sent loyal fans into a frenzy, with social media exploding with posts from Ram enthusiasts who are pledging to buy up the last of the inventory before it's gone for good. And let's not forget the impact on Stellantis' competitors. An exit from the US market would open the door for rivals like Ford, General Motors, and Toyota to capture a bigger slice of the lucrative truck and SUV market. But the big question remains, is Stellantis really willing to abandon the American market? Or is this just a bluff to gain leverage in their ongoing negotiations with unions and regulators? In the next section, we'll explore the potential fallout of a Stellantis market exit and what it could mean for the future of the automotive industry in America. The stakes couldn't be higher, so stay tuned as we unravel the truth behind this shocking rumor. A risky bet or a master stroke? Let's shift gears and talk about Stellantis' controversial pivot towards electric vehicles, EVs. In a world that's rapidly moving towards electrification, Stellantis has been slow to catch up, but now, with billions of dollars on the line, the company is betting big on an all-electric future. The question is, are they too late to the party? Stellantis recently announced a massive investment of $46 billion to transform its Michigan plants for electric vehicle production. The goal? To electrify its iconic models, starting with the Ram 1500 and the Jeep Wagoneer. But insiders are skeptical, warning that this aggressive push towards EVs could be a make-or-break moment for Stellantis. According to a leaked report from within Stellantis, there are concerns that the company's current EV strategy is overly ambitious and lacks a clear roadmap. An internal memo obtained by our team highlights a number of red flags, including production delays, supply chain disruptions, and a lack of consumer interest in Stellantis' upcoming electric lineup. Industry analysts are also raising eyebrows at Stellantis' decision to invest heavily in electrification while simultaneously cutting costs in other areas. Some are calling this strategy a Hail Mary pass, a desperate attempt to stay relevant in a market that's rapidly evolving. And let's not forget the elephant in the room, consumer demand. A recent survey showed that while interest in EVs is growing, many loyal Ram customers are hesitant to make the switch. The rugged, gas-powered trucks that Ram is known for simply don't have the same appeal when they're powered by batteries. To add fuel to the fire, Stellantis is also facing stiff competition from the likes of Tesla, Rivian, and Ford, who have already established themselves as leaders in the electric truck space. The upcoming electric Ram 1500, set to launch in 2025, will be going head-to-head with Tesla's Cybertruck and Ford's F-150 Lightning. Can Stellantis carve out a niche in this crowded market, or will they be left in the dust by their more established rivals? Ram's brand identity crisis. As Stellantis pushes forward with its drastic changes, one question looms large. Is Ram losing its soul in the process? For years, Ram has been synonymous with rugged, dependable trucks that embody the spirit of American resilience. From construction sites to cross-country road trips, these vehicles have been the go-to choice for those who need power, durability, and performance. But with Stellantis' recent shift towards upscale models and electric vehicles, it seems they're steering away from what made Ram a household name. The introduction of high-end models like the Ram 1500 Limited, with price tags exceeding $80,000, has left many longtime fans feeling alienated. A former Ram dealer we spoke to expressed his frustration, saying, "Ram was always about delivering value and performance. Now they're trying to compete with luxury brands like Land Rover and Mercedes-Benz. They're forgetting their roots, and it's costing them their loyal customers." This disconnect is reflected in Ram's dwindling sales numbers. Many die-hard Ram enthusiasts are turning their backs on the brand, citing skyrocketing prices and a shift away from the rugged, no-nonsense trucks they've loved for years. Social media is flooded with posts from disgruntled customers who feel priced out of the market. "I can't believe what Ram has become," wrote one user on a popular truck forum. "I've owned Rams my entire life, but there's no way I'm paying luxury car prices for a pickup." It's a sentiment that's becoming all too common. As Stellantis attempts to pivot towards a more upscale market, they risk alienating the very customer base that helped build the brand's reputation. And the timing couldn't be worse, as competitors like Ford and Chevrolet are doubling down on affordability and value, capitalizing on the gaps Stellantis is leaving in the market. But is Stellantis truly aware of the backlash? Or are they so focused on short-term profits that they're willing to sacrifice long-term brand loyalty? In the next segment, we'll explore how this brand identity crisis is affecting Ram's market position, and whether there's any hope of reversing the damage. A death knell for Ram. As if declining sales and alienated customers weren't enough, Stellantis is also grappling with a series of quality control nightmares that have rocked the Ram brand. Over the past year, the company has issued multiple recalls affecting hundreds of thousands of vehicles. The most alarming of these recalls involved engine fires that could occur even when the vehicle was turned off. Yes, you heard that right. Your parked Ram truck could spontaneously burst into flames. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, this defect has been linked to several incidents where Rams caught fire, prompting Stellantis to recall over 71,500 vehicles. This is just one of many issues plaguing the brand. Another major recall involved a software glitch that disabled electronic stability control systems, affecting nearly 1,500,000 units. Customers are furious and their trust in the brand is rapidly eroding. We spoke with a disgruntled Ram owner who had to deal with multiple recalls on his 2023 Ram 1500. I've been a loyal Ram customer for over a decade, but this is the last straw, he told us. First it was the software issues, then the engine fires. How am I supposed to trust a brand that can't even guarantee my safety? These quality control failures are more than just a PR disaster. They're hitting Stellantis where it hurts the most. Their bottom line. The cost of recalls, repairs, and lost sales is adding up to billions of dollars. And let's not forget the damage to their reputation, which is arguably even more costly in the long run. The situation is so dire that industry experts are now questioning Stellantis' ability to manage the Ram brand effectively. Some are even speculating that these quality issues could be the final nail in the coffin for Ram's dealership network. Could this be why Stellantis is so eager to move towards a direct-to-consumer model? We'll dive into that theory in the next section, where we reveal exclusive insider information on Stellantis' long-term plans for the Ram brand. A labor war brewing at Stellantis. While Stellantis faces external challenges in the form of declining sales and quality issues, they're also dealing with a brewing storm on the inside. The United Auto Workers UAW union is preparing for a showdown, and Stellantis is squarely in their crosshairs. Union leaders are furious over the company's decision to shut down dealerships and lay off thousands of workers without proper negotiations. The UAW is gearing up for what could be one of the most contentious labor battles in recent history. In a fiery speech, UAW President Shawn Fain slammed Stellantis for betraying its workforce. This company is making billions in profits, yet they're cutting jobs and closing dealerships left and right. It's a slap in the face to every hardworking man and woman who keeps this company running, Fain declared during a union rally in Detroit. The union has already authorized a strike if their demands for job security and fair wages are not met. And with nearly 98% of union members voting in favor of a strike, it's clear that tensions are at an all-time high. If a strike does happen, the impact on Stellantis could be catastrophic. Production lines would grind to a halt, worsening the already dire inventory issues the company is facing. But Stellantis is not backing down without a fight. CEO Carlos Tavares has been vocal about the need for cost-cutting measures, especially in light of the company's pivot towards electric vehicles. He argues that the closures and layoffs are necessary to keep Stellantis competitive in a rapidly changing market. We're in a new era of automotive manufacturing, and tough decisions have to be made, Tavares stated in a recent press release. However, the UAW isn't buying it. They're calling Stellantis' bluff, accusing the company of using the shift to electric vehicles as an excuse to cut costs at the expense of American jobs. The union is demanding that Stellantis invest in existing plants and workforce training instead of resorting to layoffs. A risky bet on the future. As Stellantis doubles down on its commitment to electric vehicles, the company is facing a critical question. Can they pull off this ambitious transformation without alienating their loyal Ram customers? The recent announcement of a $46 billion investment into electrifying their vehicle lineup has left many industry experts both shocked and skeptical. The move to go all in on EVs is a bold one, but it's also incredibly risky, especially for a brand like Ram that has built its reputation on gas-powered heavy-duty trucks. The upcoming electric Ram 1500, set to launch in 2025, is being touted as a game changer, but insiders are already whispering about potential production delays and cost overruns. According to a leaked internal report, Stellantis is struggling to secure the necessary supply of lithium-ion batteries, which could push back the launch date by several months. They're trying to run before they can walk, said an industry analyst who asked to remain anonymous. The EV market is incredibly competitive, and Stellantis is late to the party. They're banking on a big comeback, but the odds are not in their favor. Moreover, there's the issue of consumer perception. Ram trucks have always been synonymous with power and performance, and many loyal customers are not thrilled about the idea of an all-electric model. "I don't want a battery-powered truck," said one disgruntled Ram owner on a popular online forum. "I want a truck that roars, not one that hums." Stellantis is betting big on the shift to electric, but if the rollout doesn't go as planned, it could spell disaster for the company. And with competitors like Tesla and Ford already dominating the electric truck market, the stakes couldn't be higher. Will the electric Ram 1500 be the savior Stellantis needs? Or will it be the final nail in the coffin? In the next section, we'll explore the potential pitfalls of Stellantis' electric vehicle strategy and why some insiders are predicting a massive failure. As Stellantis faces mounting challenges on multiple fronts, there's a darker rumor that's beginning to circulate among industry insiders. Bankruptcy. Yes, you heard that right. There are growing whispers that Stellantis may be on the brink of financial collapse if it doesn't manage to turn things around quickly. The company's net income has already plummeted by 48% in the first half of 2024, and analysts are warning that things could get even worse if the company fails to stabilize its operations. But how did Stellantis find itself in such a precarious position? Many point to the company's aggressive expansion strategy, which has stretched its resources thin. From investing billions in electrification to overhauling its dealership network, Stellantis has taken on a lot of financial risk in a short amount of time. And with interest rates rising and economic conditions becoming increasingly uncertain, the company's financial woes are only being exacerbated. To make matters worse, there are reports that Stellantis is considering moving a significant portion of its production to Mexico, where labor costs are lower. This controversial decision has sparked outrage among American workers and could lead to a mass exodus of loyal customers who feel betrayed by the brand's lack of commitment to the US market. In an attempt to stave off financial ruin, Stellantis has reportedly been in talks with several major banks to secure emergency funding. But even if they manage to secure a cash infusion, it may only be a temporary fix for a much deeper problem. Could we be witnessing the beginning of the end for Stellantis, or will they manage to pull off a miraculous turnaround? We're about to find out, and the truth may shock you. With Stellantis teetering on the edge, there's one final lifeline that could save the company from disaster: a government bailout. According to sources familiar with the matter, Stellantis is actively lobbying for a multi-billion-dollar rescue package from the US government to help them navigate the challenging transition to electric vehicles and avoid mass layoffs. This potential bailout has sparked a heated debate, with critics arguing that taxpayers shouldn't be forced to foot the bill for Stellantis' mismanagement. The proposed bailout would reportedly include over $1 billion in funding to support Stellantis' electric vehicle initiatives, as well as additional funds to keep its US plants operational. However, there are strings attached. The government is demanding strict conditions, including commitments to maintain American jobs, improve quality control, and invest in sustainable technologies. But here's the kicker: not everyone is on board with the bailout. Several lawmakers have voiced their opposition, calling it a corporate handout that rewards poor decision-making. Why should we bail out a company that's planning to move jobs overseas? Questioned one prominent senator. The controversy surrounding the bailout is only adding fuel to the fire, with protests already brewing among union members who feel that Stellantis isn't doing enough to protect American workers. So what's next for Stellantis? Will the government step in to save the day, or will the company be left to fend for itself in an increasingly hostile market? The clock is ticking, and the future of Stellantis hangs in the balance. And there you have it, folks, the inside scoop on the chaos unfolding within Stellantis and the potential shutdown of every Ram dealership. The automotive world is changing faster than ever, and the fate of Ram hangs in the balance. Will Stellantis manage to turn things around with their bold electric vehicle strategy, or are we witnessing the end of an era for one of America's most beloved truck brands? We want to hear from you. Do you think Stellantis can pull off a comeback, or is this the beginning of the end? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let us know where you stand. And if you found this video insightful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on our latest updates.